Hello, my friends. This is Mike, that helpful dad, with a new review of Sling TV. You know, a lot has changed since we did our original review of Sling TV last year. We wanted to give you some updates related to Sling and talk about a variety of things about why Sling TV may be a great option for you. This will be a very detailed, in-depth review. You know, we do a lot of cord-cutting videos as well as other videos here on the Helpful Dad channel. If you are interested in cutting the cord and learning more about Sling TV or in comparing it to other options, we do invite you to go to our website, which is That Helpful Dad. I'll put a link in the description. You can see we've got lots of tips about cord cutting. We've got guides. We've got free step-by-step guides, etc., etc. And all of this can be used by you so that you can save lots of money by ditching cable and cutting the cord as well, too. But for today, we're going to talk about Sling TV, and here's what we're going to talk about. And again, look at the video description so you can see these things as well too. We're going to do a full review of the TV packages and the various channels. We're going to talk about the international channels that are available. How do you log into Sling? What are the local channels? Compare it versus other other options. Talk about the cost, talk about free trials and promotions. We'll talk about whether or not you need an antenna. We'll let you know how to get help and from frequently asked questions. We'll talk about what devices it's available on. We'll talk about how to download the app and, of course, the DVR. And that's a basic overview right there. So in terms of, first of all, what is Sling? Basically, it's, like other cord cutting services, it would allow you to download an app either to your smart TV or to a various device that you might use, such as the Amazon Fire Stick, so that you can use this as your primary way of watching TV instead of using cable TV. And so Sling is the market leader still in the cord cutting world, and it was one of the first major ones available, and like I said, it's still the market leader. So kind of how does it work? Well, again, first of all, you would either, like I said, you would download an app, and you'd then be able to watch it on your smart TV or your computer or potentially a gaming console. And when you download the app, then you would open the app, and then that's how you would watch the content. So these are the devices that it's available on, major devices, particularly the Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Chromecast. Those are the big ones, as well as your smart TV. Of course, you could log in and watch it right from your computer, or you could even watch it from the Xbox One. So you might say, why not the PlayStation View? Why not PlayStation? Well, PlayStation has their own cord-cutting service, so they wouldn't want to promote, something like Sling. So what channels are available on Sling? Well, let's start talking about that there. So there's really three different options that are your basic options, okay? And this is what the beauty of Sling is Sling, among all the options, in terms of the low-cost options, it really gives you a great option to kind of customize what you want. So right now we're looking at three different options. The first is Sling Orange, and it's listed at $15 a month. That's a little bit misleading because normally after 3 months it's $25 a month. But even still, that's a very good price. I mean, if you're paying $200 a month for cable TV and you can go down to Sling Orange and say maybe a Netflix and some Amazon, you can save a lot of money that way. And so the base package with Sling Orange gives you all these options here. Okay, so you've got some sports, you've got some entertainment, and you'll notice what you're missing is local TV. Now, Sling does have some local TV options. It depends on the area. We're going to get into that in a little while, but for right now, this would be the base package for Sling Orange, the lowest price option, or you could choose Sling Blue, and you get a few more options here. They are different than what's available on Sling Orange, so you want to make sure you're taking a look at that. And you see Sling Blue gives you things like Knicks Jr., some of the Fox Sports channels, NFL Network, nice one there, as well as some news channels too. The other option you could do is you could combine them both, and it's probably going to cost you about $40 a month, and then you'd be able to get kind of the best of both worlds. So that's the basic channel packages, but a lot of people don't realize is that it doesn't end there. Sling gives you the chance to really customize with additional things, kind of in a more a la carte manner, which is what most cord cutters are interested in. And if you just go down a little bit, you can see there are various a la carte channels that are available that you can add. What I mean by a la carte is you can add these individually to the base, whatever base package you choose up here, then you can start to customize. So there's some a la carte channels that you can add here, and they have various prices. I think Showtime, for example, is like $10 a month. You don't quote me on it though. You want to check it out for yourself, and you'll build this as you go through the Sling process. But you can also customize a lot of other things. If you're into certain types of sports, you can add for $5 extra the sports extra pass, and that gives you things like NHL Network, NBA TV, ESPN News, SEC Network, things like that. So you can see what's available right there. So that's a great option right there, being able to customize like that. If you want kids channels, as we said, some of the packages already include your basic things that you may be interested in, Nick Jr., things of that nature. But if you want the Disney channels, Disney XD, Teen Nick, Boomerang, you can add that to either of the packages right there if they don't already have them. So that's a nice option there, because Nick Jr. particularly is a hard one to find with various cord cutting services. Not many of them offer them. Sling does. Okay, I'm going to skip the DVR for a moment. We're going to go talk about news. If you're very interested in news, this is a way for you to get headline news, BBC World News, things of that nature. These things are available. And again, you would customize it with the package that you want. There's MSNBC and CNBC. So instead of other cord cutting services or cable TV that automatically force you to take these options, Sling gives you the option to only really choose what you want. The same goes with lifestyle channels as well, too. VH1, BET, Cooking, DIY. I mean, you can read them all there. The Hallmark movie channels as well too. They also have the options for Heartland channels, so various things like Sportsman channels and Destination America. And then also some movie channels as well. So you can see, I mean, there's really a lot of options. Now I'm going to pause on the international piece. I'm going to come back to that because, but I will wet your whistle here in saying that Sling is really, in my opinion, the best provider of international program available. Not just Spanish, but also other international options, and I'll show you that in a little while. Okay. I do want to go back though to the local channels. This is one of the potential negatives of Sling. If you are very interested in having local channels, and I mean all of your local channels, NBC, ABC, Fox, and CBS, if you really require that, Sling is probably not going to be the best option for you. What I would encourage you to do is click here where it says check availability. And then what we're going to do is we have to put in our exact address and put in your zip code, and you'll see what's available. Now, I'm not really wanting to put my own address in there right now, so I would encourage you to do that. But really the bottom line is this. Either you're going to be able to get potentially NBC and Fox if you choose the Sling Blue package. So that's this one here, Sling Blue. And then you may get, like I said, NBC and Fox, although it's probably going to be NBC on demand in many locations. Or you could also potentially get CBS and ABC with either of the packages. Now, again, that may not be the case. And what I have found is that local channels, very unlikely that you're going to get more than one or two with Sling. Probably you're going to need an antenna. And Sling knows this, which is why they recommend you buy an antenna. In fact, they even have a package which includes an antenna. You can also just go on Amazon, and I'll put a link to various high-quality HD antennas that you can use there. But if you go with the Sling route, locals aren't your best bet. If you really require local TV, you might want to look at something like, say, a PlayStation View or a DirecTV Now or even YouTube TV, which has better local channel coverage. But of course, it's going to cost you more money than Sling will cost. Okay, so we've talked about the packages, we talked about the channels, we talked about the local channel options, and I have a whole nother video specifically about how to find these local channels on Sling, and that's on our YouTube channel. I'll put a link to that as well, too. We've talked about the cost. Okay, if you want to compare Sling to other services, I've got a great article here right now that we just published in March, and that talks about things you need to be aware of and gives you step-by-step guides to cutting the cord. But one of the things it also does is it gives you a review of all of the major services. It also includes Philo TV as well, too. You can either watch the video or you could read the individual reviews that are there as well, too. So I'd encourage you to go there on our website and check that out. That's how you'll get a true comparison. If you want to know where I stand right now, I will show you the rankings on the bottom of the page here. If local channels matter, I have Sling rated a little bit lower because I don't want to mess with an antenna, believe it or not. I'm over 40 and I don't really care about having to work with antennas. But if antennas don't bother you and you really want to save a lot of money, Sling can be a great option for you. Or if locals don't matter, then I do recommend Sling as the #1 option, just so you can see, kind of what my own viewpoint is about Sling. It really depends on what you're looking for. Okay, we talked about the antenna. Now let's start going through some of these tabs that I have pre-created here for you to talk. Let's see what we've got here. We talked about the local channels already. Sports is a great option with Sling. You have a wide variety of choices, and that it does include the NFL Network, as you can see right here, and I mentioned that to you. And I believe that is on either the Sling Blue package, which you can see here, or Sling Orange and Blue. Okay. Now, it doesn't include NFL Red Zone. PlayStation View has NFL Red Zone, but not Sling TV. But you get your ESPNs, you get your FS1, FS2s, and then, like I said, you can customize that package with sports based on what you're interested in. I mean, there's just so many options with Sling. There. Okay, again, you can get the NBA channel. You can get Bean Sports, another hard one to find. You can also get ESPNU and MLB Network, but you don't have to get it if you don't want it, and that is a nice little thing to be aware of right there. So sports are a great option. Again, you can watch them on your computer, you can watch them on the TV or your phone. I wanted to show you this too. This is really cool. They have this thing where you can search up the favorite team that you might want to watch. So if, let's say I wanted to watch a team in Tampa, well, I don't have any on the NBA, and I obviously don't have any going on March Madness, but I can see what channel where my Tampa Bay Lightning would be and what package I would need. So maybe you like, let's say you like the let's say Orlando Magic, okay? So no NHL team there, and obviously no NCAA team, but look at that. There's the Orlando Magic, and it would tell you which networks that you would need. Looks like Sling Blue would be a good option there. Okay, so you can do this. So this is available as well too under finding your favorite sports teams. Really nice feature. Not everybody has that. We talked about the kids networks, and really all the major networks are there, and that includes Nick Jr., which again, as I mentioned, if you looked at some of my other videos about how to find these kids networks and stream them online, Nick Jr. is a hard one to find. Sling does have it. Okay. The next option is this is your news channel. So if news is very important to you, you have the ability to really customize with a news package, even really throughout the world. And so lots of different options for news, and it could be a real viable option for you. But local news could be a challenge for you. So again, I would encourage you to check to see if local channels are available with Sling. Okay, being able to customize with various premium channels, as you can see here, is a great option for you as well too. So keep that in mind if you want to be able to watch movies or have some premium content. Now, we also talked about international channels, and international, in my opinion, if you are an international viewer, Sling is almost by far the #1 option for you. Look at the content that is available on Sling. Okay. And I mean, nobody else has this, at least not that I'm aware of. And I don't know everything, so if I'm wrong, please point it out to me. But you want to watch French TV, you can click on that, and then you can see what's available for French TV. You can see the prices, and it goes on down the road right there. So, and then, of course, obviously, they have a great deal of Spanish as well, too. I never checked. Let's look at cricket. Look at this, the 2019 Cricket World Cup. So I got to tell a friend of mine who loves cricket about this. That's very cool. But, I mean, by far, Sling has the best options for international services, and the pricing there varies, so you want to make sure that you do take a look at that. Even international sports is an option as well, too. And you can see you can go monthly, or you can go yearly, and they have various promotions available if you do go yearly. But this is, again, Sling allows you to customize like this. Okay? We already talked about the DVR. We already talked about what devices it's available to watch on. And this is kind of important because, Sling gives you a wide variety. Other cord cutting services don't necessarily do that, so that's an advantage for Sling. So that's a nice feature. Now, there's also a great help center with Sling. Some complaints that we sometimes see about cord cutting is that it's hard to get access to assistance. They don't have a really good frequently asked question section here. So you can see with Sling, you've got a lot. It's a really viable option in terms of getting help. And they've got, because they've been doing this so long, they have a pretty robust help area. So I would encourage you to take a look at that. And if you have questions, you want to learn more about the process, you can certainly do that here. There's that game finder. I didn't even know about the game finder until I was looking at this help center here today. So it is a great option right there. So we've talked about that. We talked about the devices. Okay, in terms of the offers that are available, Sling always has something going on. So if you prepay for 2 free months of Sling right now, for example, you get a Roku Express. If you want to sign up for this other offer right here, this Ultimate Cord Cutter offer, you get this indoor antenna and the Air TV bundle when you prepay for 3 months. So a lot of options. I would encourage you to check their latest offers. We also talked about the 40% off deal right now, which really reduces the price for 3 months. So that's a pretty nice option. Okay, the DVR, if you want to be able to record shows. It's not free. Some other services give it to you free, but Sling is an option because, again, it's more a la carte. If you don't want it, you don't have to pay for it. So if you're not going to use a DVR, why pay for it? Here, it's $5 a month, and you can record up to 50 hours and keep them for as long as you want. That's fairly good. It's not necessarily as good as YouTube, which is unlimited storage there, but it's certainly better than DirecTV Now, which only has, I think, 20 hours, and I'm not sure quite how long you can keep it, but I know it's not indefinitely. So you can also record multiple shows at once, and that really should be plenty for most people. So the DVR service is certainly adequate right there. In terms of how you log into Sling or sign up, you would click on the top right here where it says sign in. And then you would, if you're not a member, you would simply hit here, and then you could become a member and sign up. And this is the process of where you would basically go through the 3-step process of customizing exactly what's in it for what you want to build for your Sling TV package. And the great thing about it is you can try it free for 7 days, sometimes longer if you have a various promotion as well too. And you can cancel within that time and you wouldn't get charged at all. So it's really a great way. I always encourage you to try these cord cutting services before you really sign up and pay anything. But the beauty is even if you do try it for a month, you don't like it, you can walk away. There's no contracts really with any of the cord cutting services that we review. So you're never locked in. So if you want to try cord cutting and you want to try it with Sling or try it with, then move on to somebody else, you can certainly do that. And that really is the beauty of the cord cutting services. So we've had quite a long video here right now, and I want to just give you a brief recap. So if you are interested in learning more about Sling, there's never really been a better time because the prices are so low. Besides being able to get a free trial, even if you then go on beyond that, you're only talking about $15 to $25 a month. And then you can customize if you want to add things to it. And when you add something to it, you don't have to keep it forever. If you want to get a Showtime for a little bit of time, you can have it for a month or so, watch your shows, and then cancel it. You're not locked in with any of these things. So if you haven't tried Sling TV yet, I certainly encourage you to try it. I'm going to put a little affiliate link in the description there that will give you the ability to see the latest prices for Sling as well too, and it might be an option for you to assist you. It would also help me as well too. It wouldn't cost you any more money, but it just is a way for me to track my services referrals with Sling, and then maybe I might earn a little bit as well too. So that could be a win-win. But the bottom line is Sling is a great option for you, and if you want to try it, now is a great time to do so. I hope this video has been helpful. I'm a regular average Joe just like you. I don't know everything, so if I mess something up, please by all means put it in the comments below so that we can all learn together. Thanks for watching and have a great day.